newspapers versus the internet?
That's a good question. I think a lot of really smart people are trying to figure out the answer to that.
I think there's actually going to be both because people love to read newspapers, whether some people don't even have a computer.
I think it's going to be all digital because the technology is growing more and more advanced, and paper is just like replacing trees.
In my opinion, I don't think we're ever going to see the newspaper go away. There are things that the internet does better than newspapers, and there are things that newspapers do better than the internet. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
My name's Adam Rich, and I started a company called Thrillist. Basically what it does is it tells you about cool things that are happening in your city. So it sends you an email every morning and it says, there's a great place to eat pizza, there's something fun going on this weekend, or here's a cool store where you can get a hat. I oversee all of the people who find the cool thing and write those emails. And I make sure that they're all good things and that they're well written, the pictures look good. We send these emails in about 20 different cities all around the United States.
Did your website ever get on the newspaper?
Yeah, actually. Have you guys ever heard of Silicon Valley out in California? Silicon Valley is where a lot of high-tech companies are founded. When we were getting started, there were stories about a place called Silicon Alley, and that's a section of Broadway just over here that runs through Tribeca and through Soho. And along that stretch of Broadway, there are a ton of internet startups. We were one of them. There are a bunch of other ones that are in that same area. We had a story written on us that was a New York Times story about all kinds of interesting stuff happening in Silicon Alley. Everybody's talking about Silicon Valley, where all these big guys are, but that in New York, we were our own little startup scene.
How is your company evolved?
For us, a really big thing was buying that clothing company called Jack Threads about 3 years ago, because they also talk to the same guys that we talk to and sell them clothes. And so what we realized was that these same people were buying clothes from this other company, Jack Threads, and so we bought them. So being able to inform and sell clothing has been a very big time to grow for us, and it's something that Thrillist and Thrillist Media Group is pretty unique for.
How do you guys find cool stuff?
So there's all the shops I know just from being in my neighborhood a long time, and if I can't find what I want in any of those places, I'll probably just order it on Amazon.
I found many stuff just strolling around NYC. Two cool pizza places, that giant Adidas store.
My cousin lives in the same building, so if she knows of a good pizza restaurant near her house, then yeah.
And what was your job before you made the company?
I used to work at a tech firm by Madison Square Garden.
Since you were close to Madison Square Garden, did you go to a lot of Knick games?
I did not. Okay. I'm from California.
Where is to get a good bagel place?
Well, I have Murray's nearby me in Chelsea.
My dad owns them.
Oh, cool.
How much do you earn?
It's a good question. Well, part of when you start a company is that you'll have your compensation or what you take home be pegged to how the company does. Your performance and how well you do at your job has the potential to affect how the company does as a whole. And what that means is that if Thrillist makes a ton of money this year and didn't spend a lot, then I'll get more money. Along with the other executives, we worked really hard and we did a good job, and so we'll make a lot more than if we don't make any money and we spend a whole lot. And so my compensation and how much I make can vary very much. And so I don't really know. We have to see how we do this year. Go ahead.
If the internet didn't exist, how would your company be your company?
If we didn't have the internet, I don't know. I think we'd probably be printing out flyers or something. It'd be a very different business.
Are you happy doing your job?
I am happy doing my job. There aren't a lot of companies that do what we do, and so there aren't a lot of ways to know exactly what the right move is. I like my job very much and I'm happy, but it's very stressful sometimes. So it's kind of, it's the good with the bad, I suppose.
What does it take to be successful?
As long as you earn enough money to make a living and you do what you like, that's pretty much all that's important.
What do you think, Adam?
I guess I agree with that. I do think that it's definitely the case. I think one of the things that I think I've learned over the years is that money won't make you happy, but not having money can make you happy. I was in college when you guys were born. So if a lot of what we're talking about is the internet, what comes after the internet? What are you guys going to do?
Google Glasses.
Google Glasses, yeah, those do look pretty neat.